of the system that they're running so far this year. 1st and 10. Completes his first pass to Cobb.
Nick Fairley leads the SEC in tackles for loss.
Here's a look at Cobb in the Wildcat. They haven't. 1st and 10 from the 36. Block on the carry.
Almost an arrogance to him.
Hey, if you weren't recruited by Kentucky and you're the starting tailback, you might have a bit of a chip on your shoulder as well.
Who's at quarterback again here?
Randall Cobb again in the Wildcats.
Into the end zone. But a lot of misdirection. But I know this. If I'm a linebacker, key number 2. Because number 2 is going to end up keeping that football. Following the same blueprint. Run the football, use Cobb at quarterback.
Cobb had a big day last year again.
Eastern Michigan, and over on ESPN, LSU up 3-0 over the Florida Gators.
6'9".
Exactly. But you know what? The game's changed so much that a big guy that can run like this and spread the...
Give you all the analysis, insight, and news from the NFL. Sunday NFL Countdown, presented by IBM on ESPN. Although he looks like he's got the game face on there, enjoying time with his family.
Great guy. Good inning.
I don't know. It is football.
Heisman just yet picked off by Rucker, and for the first time since 65, 66, and 67, Michigan State has defeated Michigan 3 consecutive years.
Telephone this week. He's the guy that gets everybody lined up. Ted Roof told me the most aware guy he is.
Gators picking off Jordan Jefferson. He has 7 picks and 2 touchdowns. That made it 7-3, but then...
I mean, you can't help.
Boy, you are right.
There's a boatload of possibilities.
You are right. I mean, Cam Newton starts out at Florida, goes to Blinn.
Players, maybe the top 5 players in the country right
I'll tell you what, he had me sold after the phone conversation on Wednesday with him. I mean, you see what he does.
The great history of the Auburn football program, not after they left, but while they were still on campus as players, and he wanted them to learn the creed.
Coming off a fractured neck and just throwing his body.
James Rogers, the receiving end of a long, what appeared to be touchdown pass tackle.
Joker Phillips, you know, a big 3-game homestand coming up right here. They're already 0-2 in the South on Etheridge.
But 5 quarterbacks, notable QBs right now. Which of those guys is playing better than Cam Newton, at least statistically right now? I'm not sure.
How many games they win, and can this guy stay healthy, right?
Yep.
He's going to have a legitimate shot now.
4.
Kentucky with 2 timeouts. Let's see if we can at least get a field goal out of this right here.
2nd and 3.
And because Randall Cobb's played some Wildcat quarterback, that's kept the attention off Mike Carlane.
You in Tennessee, a frenzied finish, clock management coming into focus, Bob.
Crazy. And because
before that incompletion, Hartline was.
And one thing, Mark, just to finish up, you don't ever want to be tagged a poor clock manager. Emory Blake, Winston Guy, Steve Brown told us, as talented as any player Kentucky has, he's been in.
See where the Wildcat falls at it at the 43-yard line, so they'll lose 2 or 3 yards on that play. Kentucky in the day.
What a beautiful day. What, about 80 degrees today?
ESPN's College Football Prime Time, brought to you by Taco Bell.
Region here, 1st and 10. Did I tell you my grandfather owned horses back in Jamaica?
You did tell me that.
Russell couldn't make the catch, and it's ruled incomplete. And in a blink of an eye, it's 3rd.
Pass interference, number 26, defense.
Little receiver screen to Cobb. Cobb with a couple of slick moves down to the 30-yard line. And he tiptoes out of bounds. Joker Phillips for several years was the head coach in waiting until Rich Brooks, the former head coach, knocked down right near the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard on the play with 9.5 minutes to go.
To factory clean, then Pennzoil Ultra Motor Oil.
Under the lights in Lexington, and Monday Night Football with a great one this week. Randy Moss, the newest member of the Vikings. See, it's been described so many different ways. we have Auburn's quarterback, Cam Newton.
Number per throw. So it's not how many times, it's not how many yards total, it's per throw. So a guy like Cam Newton who doesn't throw the football.
Field beside Hartline. This is Russell out of the backfield making the catch. Hasn't misfired that much at all. Here's a little counter. Russell with a nice move. Backs out of the offset eye. Here's Russell again. Eluded one tackler down to the 27-yard line. This all part of the big picture for the Wildcats. And he's going to tuck it and keep it. Operation Cobb. First and goal. Kentucky stopping that streak last year in Auburn. Best game of the season against South Carolina. He got hurt again, and for all intents and purposes was done for the season.
By a weak surrounding cast, to be honest. That's a tough assignment in the open field for a guy 6'4", 260.
He broke some ankles there. Incomplete. Intended for Matthews. And that's going to be a flag and pass interference against Beck. First down and 10 as
Bose takes it 88 yards. It's a 26-21 ball game in the fourth quarter.
Nico Thorpe
downs, caught a touchdown tonight and passed for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Two in conference games. This is a must-win for the Wildcats. Cobb keeps the house.
This gets in the way of Darren Bates, trader now. Guy, a junior college transfer, really coming into his own.
I remember, Bob, last year this time, they were talking about the adjustment he was having to make.
Yeah, played 1 year.